My name is Stephanie Dudley, and my film at Annecy this year is called Invisible Harvest. I'm a filmmaker based in Toronto, and I make experimental stop-motion films. This film started out with a bit of an obsession with making fermented foods. I was making kimchi and sauerkraut and kombucha, and reading about fermentation, which is all about change and transformation, and it really is quite magical because you can't really see what's happening. To me, it related to ideas about memory and biological changes in the body, processes that we don't have much control over, but they're affecting our moods and emotions on a daily level. My first film was also at Annecy in 2011. It's called Little Theater's Homage to the Mineral of Cabbage. So clearly I have an obsession with cabbage. I decided to approach Invisible Harvests as more of a mixed media project. It's a film about invisible things and invisible processes, so it seemed like it needed to be touched on in a lot of different directions. So I used some macro photography of time-lapse images, shooting the bacteria and the fermentations, and the other processes were stop-motion puppet filmmaking, and I created this character as someone that the narrator remembers from the past. So there's this sense of this is somebody who taught the narrator something. It's perhaps an aunt or a grandmother, and some of the messages in the letters and recipes have been lost because they're intergenerational, because time changes everything, because, as the poem says, the ground is inherently shaky. And there was another technique I used called a phytogram that involves processing the film with plants. And the plants can be used directly on the film, laid out in the sun, and the result is just this beautiful, tactile, kind of magical effect of the plants processing the film with phytochemicals and leaving their imprint. Then I used regular 16mm color film and I fermented the film. I wanted to degrade it and have bacteria basically eat away at the image. Each film, I think, builds on the next, and one thing I learned from this film is that invisible things are worth paying attention to. So that's where I'm headed next, and there might even be some cabbages.